Hi Claire, this is Fancy, and I am looking at your design and reading what you say about it in the description. So you're using points of emphasis, and I assume that they are points of emphasis with a dark hub, like I see here, 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 and here. And you're worried about the placement, though you think you've done a good job with transparencies and also let's see, with moving around the corner, or not moving around the corner. And then you're worried about the middle because you feel like your eye gets stuck there. And you didn't say why you think your eye gets stuck there. I know why my eye gets stuck there. It's surrounded by all of these points of emphasis. They surround the center part, and so it is hard. All of them are grouped in this area of the composition. All of them surround this, and our eye goes right there. So I think you should simplify it with only one point of emphasis per hue family, if you think you can manage that. So you have a straight shot between magenta, purple, cyan, from cyan to green to yellow to magenta to orange to yellow. So that's the first thing I would fix, is to redistribute your points of emphasis and use fewer of them. So I think you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have 3 too many. You can get rid of the ones that are repeated here in the cyan, in the orange, and in the yellow. And redistribute these so that your eye is moving around the composition rather to the area that's in the middle of all these points of emphasis that are surrounding it. Another thing I would do is make sure that the middle of each point of emphasis is treated the same way. So for example here, this one looks like it's all the same values except for this little shape here. This one kind of alternates between two values. This one is implied, so I'm not quite sure what it does. This one has 4 different shapes as the center, while this one has maybe 6 different shapes as the center. So this one has 2 different shapes as the center. So they're all different. I would treat them the same in terms of the value used and the way that they are configured. This is kind of an issue down here. This is a bit of static movement right in the corner of your design. As far as transparencies, it's easy to transition between magenta to purple because they are both kind of darker in value. It's harder to transition between purple to cyan and from green to yellow. And sometimes from magenta to orange, but it's not too bad. So you want to transition from these different hue areas through the middle values, which you've done here. So you want vanishing boundaries. So look how well this vanishes. This purple value with this, or this purple value with this magenta value, this purple value with this magenta value here. These are vanishing well. So that creates a good transition. But then as you move to the purple to the cyan, look how high contrast this is. So very high contrast. This is a little bit better. So these are a little bit better here. This is a little bit better here. But this is too high contrast to create a good transition and a good vanishing boundary, therefore a good transparency. So you need to look at all of those areas where colors transition from one hue to the next and see if they meet up with similar values. This is working better here, so you can see this is a pretty decent pairing of values, whereas this is not. And then you want to make sure that if you're using points of emphasis, you're gradating smoothly away from the center, so away from your dark center through your middle values to light. You do have quite a bit of overallness in these what should be lighter areas. So lots of high contrast steps next to each other all throughout here, throughout the orange. So this is good. See how your values are very similar? So you want to be shooting for areas like this, not like this. So make sure that you're moving from, sevens and then sevens and sixes, then sixes and fives and fours, and then out to ones and twos and just ones. Okay, I hope that helps, and I'm not sure where the confusion is. I have to check on the email that I referenced you in.